Welcome everybody. My name is Albert Voyon, and I'd like to give an informative speech on which combustible gas monitor do I need. We're going to go over some specifics about each monitor, different manufacturers, different technologies, and hopefully everybody can come away with a better understanding of how these monitors operate and what we use them for. Can I get a show of hands of how many people know how many manufacturers there are in the industry? Does anybody know what monitor does what and what function do they perform? Those that raise their hand, you have a great potential to use these monitors or have the need for information off these monitors at some point in your career from a safety, environmental, or emergency response standpoint. In my career, I've been given monitors turned on, go in the unit, give me some readings, and come back out. Didn't know how to operate the monitor, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew these readings were what they needed. Well, we progressed beyond that. Now as a trainer, I like to teach persons what they're doing, what they're looking for before we have an incident. That way when we do have an incident, they are very familiar with that instrument and they know how to get the resources to use that instrument if they forget or if they run into an issue. Some things you need to know about them. Each monitor gives you a different accuracy. Some are more accurate than others. Some need a correction factor. Some give you immediate direct readings. And some you have to gauge by looking at a colorimetric tube and a color change inside of a tube. Which one best performs the function that you need it to perform. Some monitors are good for one chemical. Some monitors measure for multiple chemicals at the same time. And some use specific technology to measure for certain chemicals as far as radiation monitors. What do I need? Are we trying to collect data to protect the environment, to show what kind of chemicals we're putting in the atmosphere on a day-to-day basis? Or do we need to protect people as far as we have workers in a unit of a highly potential leak or an active leak, or just workers in the area that need to be protected and know what's in the environment around them? We have some monitors that may give you a report of GPS, alarm times, shut-off alarms, and it gives you real-time readings, what's going on. As far as the console operator, process operator, can look at a computer and tell what's going on in his unit immediately, or do we need the technology whereas the workers in the area need to know when to evacuate immediately? Some give you a loud alarm, a good bright visual alarm, and some give you a very passive alarm. It lets you know, but it's not as dominating. Also, some give you, we spoke of colorimetric tubes, some give you a very crude, very immediate, and very simple reading. Insert the tube, suck the air in, color change, that's my reading, and I can go away from it. There's some downfalls to it, but know what the downfalls are before you get into an environment and know how accurate your readings need to be. There are a lot of different manufacturers. Each manufacturer has a different time technology. Some operate off of UV technology with a pump, a UV light with an added pump, measure for different chemicals. Some measure just off of a battery operated pump. Some operate off of a mechanical pump. Know what you're trying to do before you go in. Industrial scientific, very hands-off operation. Plug in the docking station, extract all my data reports, gives me all my sensor configurations, sensor warranties, calibration, dates, times it went into alarm, times it didn't go into alarm, but I have to dock it to get that information off of it. Some give me real-time data, letting me know everything going on at a moment's notice from race systems. I also have Draggers, which lets me give me a good field presence. Very durable instrument, very loud audible alarm, very bright visual alarm. Depending on the situation that I'm getting into, will determine what kind of technology I'm looking for. Like I said, some have a light, some have a wheat stone bridge, and some have a mechanical pump. So what if you don't know which one best suits your needs? How do you get the information? Who do you contact to get the information? We can contact a process unit operator to ask him what chemical is in his unit that we're measuring for. We can ask an industrial hygienist, who is a subject matter expert in knowing about these, who gives us a lot of good direction for the chemical makeups. We can also ask our salesmen. A lot of our salesmen are also chemists. They also have a background in these, so they know the ins and outs of the instruments, and they also know the ins and outs of the field, to where they can help us come up with a good answer of what instrument we need. We also have the instruction booklet, owner's manual. A lot of times we throw these away. We grab the instrument, go out in the field, we get our measurements, come back out, give these to our on-scene commander, give these to our workers, and they're the wrong readings because we didn't read the manual and we didn't take our readings correctly. With the owner's manual, we can also create a job aid. A job aid is a lot easier to read, 2 or 3 page document, gives us great 1, 2, 3 specifics, lets us know, get our readings, move out, we're done. Anything outside of those norm tasks, we can refer back to our owner's manual. We also want to go back to our owner's manual before we have an incident. Get to know how to read it, get to know where to find information, and also know where to find that book. Don't leave it in a cabinet full of everything on top of it. Know where to access it. If you don't know, then don't do. If you don't know how to operate this monitor, then don't use this monitor. Operate the one you know how to use, but make sure the one that you use is capable of measuring for what you're measuring for. If you don't know, bring somebody with you that does. Get familiar with that. Get familiar with it before we have an incident. That way when you have an incident, it's available to you. That's all I have for these instruments. And in conclusion, I'd like to go back over. All these instruments turn on, all these instruments turn off, and all these instruments will give you readings. Depending on the situation, will depend on what readings you give. So know what those are before we get into a situation. Know what's behind that LCD display. Know what's behind this mechanical pump. Know what's behind this case and this diffusing plate. Know what's behind there. You build your confidence, let you know how to read it, let you know a lot more information about it. And if you don't know, ask, and ask again. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask before you walk into a hazardous environment. Ask after you come out. Ask on a day-to-day basis while you're sitting around reviewing all this information. Go over it and know what it is, know how to fix it, know how to work on it, and know what it does. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything else they would like to delve into over these monitors? I thank you for everybody's attention. I thank you all for attending, and everybody have a good day.